Should the United States strike first against North Korea now that North Korea has miniaturized a nuclear warhead? Hey, everybody, it's Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. On the Wednesday edition of the program, Scott Mann will actually be filling in for me as I have some other stuff that I have to be doing on Wednesday, but I'll be back on Thursday. So a special edition of The Brief today as we take a look at what's going on with North Korea. The breaking news story from the Washington Post: North Korea has successfully produced a miniaturized nuclear warhead that can fit inside its missiles, according to the Post, crossing a key threshold on the path to becoming a full-fledged nuclear power. That, according to U.S. intelligence officials that have concluded in a confidential assessment. The new analysis, completed in the last month by the Defense Intelligence Agency, comes on the heels of another intelligence assessment that sharply raises the official estimate for the total number of bombs in the communist country's atomic arsenal. The U.S. calculated last month that up to 60 nuclear weapons are now controlled by North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, who is a little crazy. Some independent experts believe the number of bombs is smaller than that. President Trump, he was speaking in New Jersey when he was asked about this, and he said this. They, talking about North Korea, North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury and, frankly, power, the likes of which this world has never seen before, Trump said, as his administration faces one of its most serious foreign policy challenges of his presidency. Speaking of the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, Trump said he has been very threatening beyond a normal state. There's nothing normal, I guess, about Kim Jong-un. Of course, this is a pretty big danger here. The big danger is that North Korea could strike the United States. Of course, North Korea could strike Japan, any of our other allies. China, who has been propping up North Korea now for a long time, it looks as though China is getting a little bit worried about what North Korea is up to these days. It's been fiery rhetoric from the president, but the big question is, should the United States strike first? For decades now, we've talked about the problem with North Korea and North Korea having a nuclear weapon. They are not a responsible nation. They are a nation that cannot be trusted. They are a nation that has had sanction after sanction after sanction. They are a nation that the United States has tried to make deals with, and every single time it has fallen through. If you want to look at what we might be facing in the future, North Korea, Iran, this agreement to stop Iran from building a nuclear bomb. Guess what? North Korea set up a similar arrangement, and guess what? They have a nuclear weapon. Now they have miniaturized, at least according to a report from the Washington Post, they have miniaturized that weapon. That puts them right on the path of becoming a full-fledged nuclear power. The United States is going to have to take some action at some point, I believe. We can't trust North Korea. We can't trust that North Korea and their crazy leader won't decide one day just to fire off a nuclear warhead at Japan or at South Korea or at China or even at the United States. They have threatened to do so. North Korea's leader is crazy, and he has to be dealt with in that way. This is not the Cold War with Russia. You're dealing with a Cold War mentality, possibly, but with someone who is completely unpredictable and with a nation that has no ties outside of, well, China, really. The U.S. and its allies they're going to have to take some action, I believe, and I don't think it's going to be pretty. It's going to cost a lot of lives, most likely, but the U.S. can't sit by. We have been promised by every president for decades that North Korea cannot have a nuclear weapon. And we can't just think about North Korea. We have to have eyes on Iran. Iran has been told you will not be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. We have to think about the future. If North Korea continues to be able to build miniaturized nuclear warheads that can strike the United States, and the United States does nothing, what do you think Iran will do? Iran will keep moving forward. We're going to have to do something, it appears, sadly, because former administrations, past administrations, did not uphold their end of the bargain. We have to think about the ramifications moving forward, including ramifications dealing with Iran. My hope is that North Korea that North Korea will be pushed by China and others to stop their nuclear program and to stop the progress on miniaturizing their nuclear warheads and to stop any type of nuclear movement that would put them in a place where they could bomb Seattle, anywhere in California, anywhere on the U.S. That is obviously not very good and something that the Trump administration is going to have to think about if they carry out a strike against North Korea. Will North Korea respond against South Korea? Will they respond against Japan? Will they respond against the United States of America? It's something to be concerned about, very concerned about, and a lot of people in Washington, D.C. will be focusing on this for a long time. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk, 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. What do you think the United States should do when it comes to North Korea? Strike first or try the diplomatic route we have been going down? Let us know in the comment section below. Have a great day.